Okay, 8th graders, this is your final review. You've seen this page, we worked it together, but this is your final review. You've seen these. All you had to do is label them, tell me, and then give me 3 examples. I gave way more than 3 examples. But you can have different ones, you can have the same ones. I don't care as long as they actually fit in the correct category. Okay, then there's this one. You put these into your calculator. I used actual pi and then rounded. This one I put in my calculator, got that. That one was already done for me. So then it says greatest to least. This is my largest number. This is my next. This is my smallest. Then I did rise over run. There's my slope. They are the same when you simplify them. Then 5 cakes, 3 hours. I followed the thing. 5 hours, 3 cakes, or you could do 3 over 5. 3 over 5. I found it every time. The only one that actually fits on the line is A. Then this one, I have to find y-intercept. I didn't actually need this part. I just wanted to see where it hit y, which was -5. I finished out finding the actual equation of the line just because I think y'all need that. But -5 is the y-intercept. Then, which is not a function or not a function? If the y doesn't repeat, the x can't repeat. So the x can't repeat, the x never repeats, it's the vertical line test. The x never repeated, so these are all functions. This shows right here is the the x is repeating. The y may, but the x can't, so it's not a function. This one actually was the equation of the line. I first had to find my y-intercept, and I get -6. And then I count up and over, and I get 3 over 1, so this is my equation. Okay, this one I took the words created for store S, this is store T, and then I put them together. And less than is that sign. This one, I did this in class with you, but I had to take each one of the words and create the different equations. Then go to this one. I also did this one in class. You first have to subtract the x's out and then divide, and there's your answer. This one, you have to find the actual coordinate where they match up. Then we did this in class. These are the answers. This one, new over old original. It should always show multiplication. This one, pi r squared times h, divide it. I had to find the radius, and there's my volume. Surface area, we did this one in class. We started this one in class, but this is it when it all works out. Do you see how much work is on this page? You are going to have to show me this much work to get full credit and to answer the question on the test. So if you need to pause it, you can. I'm going to go on. This is another Pythagorean theorem question. You're trying to find this distance, so a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Once it's all solved out, the distance from P to Q is indeed 13. Then, this is the color corresponding. You take some time, do this for them. And remember, anything that's the same color is the same measure. And then, if they are different colors, you subtract from 180. Then there's this one. You had to create RS. You have to follow. So I had to find all the original points and then add 9 and then add 8 or add 4. And so once I did all that, those are my new points. I then graphed it. That is how you do A. Then how do the sine legs compare? They're the same. How do the angle measures? They are also the same because it preserved congruence, which is what the next question is about. Which is the only one that shows that does not preserve congruence. That means doesn't stay the same size. Well, dilations are the ones that get bigger or smaller. Okay? Then I did the rotation of 180. You can always look in your notes, but otherwise I showed that it went here, that's 90s, there's 180. So I looked at my 2 points, what happened to them? They changed to the opposites, so that's why it became negative x, or opposite x of opposite y. Okay? 22, it's looking for which one is nonlinear. It means makes a straight line. This one curves, this one curves, this one has none whatsoever. The only one that stays at a pretty close straight line is this one. This one I made the line, and then I guesstimated 6 absences, so I followed up here to about 86. So this is an about, that's what that means. It's approximately or about 86. If you said 87, if you said 85, I would be good with all of them. And I am totally wrong. It is 70. Sorry, 76. If you would have had anything, because it's right here. So if you would have had 75, if you would have 77, 78, no 80. Has to be 70. All right. MAD. Remember, you had to average them up. That's the mean. Then subtract the mean from each one of these. Put this down. Then average that. Your MAD is 4. This one took some work. Look at all this work I had to do. I had to use my formulas for interest, adding them up, dividing. Remember, rate has to be over 100. Time always has to be in years, even though that's not a problem in this. So this one, I found interest of the first loan, found interest of the second loan, subtracted. That is the actual answer. This one, I had to find it for Olivia's scenario and then Melinda's scenario. Which one's the better deal? Well, Melinda, because she's getting more money in the end. Okay? So which one will, how much money will each girl have in 3 years is this one. If the question somehow asks on the test, which one's a better deal? It's Melinda. Then you go to this one. You have to create this equation from the words. Okay? Then you just solve that equation and you get this answer. But you have to create the equation from the words. Okay. If you need to pause or stop it in any way, if you need to look at it right before the class, I'm totally okay. All right, bye guys.